Okay, so today I'm in Almería, capital, with my friend Alejandro Salvador from Salvador Tax and Legal. Alejandro is also the Honorary British Consulate for Almería. So, hi, good morning, Alejandro.
Good morning, David. How are you?
Okay, so Alejandro, if somebody is coming to Spain from the UK, for example, they need to plan a little bit their tax, their finances. What should they get in order, and what is the correct way to do this?
Yeah, that's very important. A good question, and you need to prepare because we have some cases that people are finally getting in trouble. So it's very important to prepare your move and do it in a smart way. What are the things that you need to consider? First, you need to think that if you come to live in Spain, you will be considered fiscal resident in Spain. You will have to start paying taxes in Spain. There is an international rule about taxes that says that you have to pay taxes in the country where you live, at least for more than 6 months in Spain. What happens? That in Spain, our fiscal year is exactly the same as the calendar year. So it goes from the 1st of January up to the 31st of December. If you compare with UK, there is a difference because you have from April to April, I think it's the 8th of April, which, to be honest, no one told me why is that. But this is the case, it's from April to April. So there is a bit of a difference with Spain. Now, so imagine that you are looking to come and you decide that you will be in Spain in February of 2026, for example. We said that our fiscal year goes from the 1st of January up to the 31st of December, and those living in Spain more than 6 months are considered fiscal residents in Spain. So if you come in February 2026, for that year, for the full year, not half of the year or partial year, for that full year, you will be considered fiscal residents in Spain. And what happens? That some people are looking to sell the property in that year. They didn't sell it before coming to Spain, and they come to Spain and they decide to sell. This will bring a huge problem to those that are here. Why? Because as you are considered fiscal resident in Spain in this year that we said, that is 2026, you will have to pay capital gains in Spain for that property that you are selling in the UK, because we said that when you are fiscal resident in Spain, you have to pay for all your income worldwide, and one part of your income will be the sale of a house and the capital gains that arise from that. So imagine, and I had many times this conversation before and after, but the problem is there, that you do that. You come in February, March, April, and you sell your house in August of the same year, while you are already, or when you are already in Spain living. You will have to pay capital gains in Spain. So what I tell people is that it's very important when you come and when you sell your property. So you don't need to come to Spain the same year, or at least the same year you are fiscal resident in Spain, because if you do that, you will have to pay capital gains for that house, when in the UK you don't pay because it's your main home or whatever. So that's how the most important quote that I would give to people, that is that planning ahead when you are coming, because if this happened to you, you will be in trouble, because you will have to pay more or less 20-25% of the profit that you are making in selling your house. And if you plan it correctly, just waiting a few months before coming, you pay nothing. So that's a huge difference on that. So I tell a lot of people when we have conversations of people that are looking to come, some people that you also send me, I tell people to prepare that. Not just with that. Imagine that you have ISAs, for example. When you have an ISA in the UK, you don't pay taxes for that, but you pay in Spain. So selling your ISAs before becoming fiscal resident in Spain would be another thing that I would do if this is the case. Or any other thing that will be very well taxed in the UK, but not so well in Spain. I would get rid of that before selling. Some people, they think, no, I don't want to sell, and when they are here in a couple of years, they decide to sell, then they are in trouble because they will have to pay this capital gain.
Yeah.
So I tell people that the best thing is to plan it in advance. And if you are thinking in selling, not now, but maybe in 2, 3, 4, 10 years, sell it before, because you will save a lot of taxes on that.
Yeah, so planning is very important. Yeah, I say that, and I do know a few people have done this, and they've got this bill, and they go, what is this? I've already, it was ages ago in Spain, but in Spain they have to pay their tax. So just planning a little bit with the dates when you come in, it might mean waiting a little bit, you know, or selling a bit earlier. You can avoid a lot of tax.
Yeah, it's just I don't know exactly how long it takes for the Spanish embassy, but I heard like 8 weeks to issue your visa, whatever the one you ask. So if you know that, you plan, because in the moment you get the visa, you need to come to Spain. So you need to plan when are you going to sell your property at the notary, not just a private contract. And when this is done, avoid coming. Okay. So imagine that you sell your house. We said that we sell your house in April, in June, in February. So what is important is that year you are not fiscal resident in Spain. How you avoid that? Coming after the 30th of June, July, August, September. If you just do that, nothing of that will be applied to Spain, because that year you will not fiscal resident here.
Brilliant. And more reason to speak to an expert like yourself. Brilliant. Thanks very much for your time today, Alejandro.
You're welcome.